Hello there. Hello. Why does it feel like it's been ages? I swear it's only been a few days. Ho ho ho. Right. We're back in Illustrator. Oh baby. Let's get some music queued up because we got a lot of work to do. There we go. Entire Soulsborne soundtrack. 3 hours long. That should keep me going. How's everyone doing? What day is it? Where are we? Tuesday. Hello, Ajith. Good evening. Right. So today we're going to be doing some infographic design. And this is definitely going to push me outside my comfort zone a bit because I've not done one of these for a very long time. I think I've probably definitely done some back in the design for print days, but we're going back 15 plus years. My memory's not that good. I've got loads of print stuff in a folder somewhere. So I've not done an infographic per se for a very long time. It's usually like standalone graphics and what have you. But I've got all the components. So, layout, design, illustration, icons, logos, blah, blah, blah. So what I want to do in this stream, and I doubt I'll get this done today, but what I want to do is effectively design a one-page infographic illustrating the logo design process from start to finish. So I'd like to do this and then give this away as a free download PDF or something like that. That's the idea anyway. But obviously trying to make it consistent with my style that I've worked on here. I'd say this is still a work in progress. Is it ever going to be finished? Probably not. But I have my colors, my style, my illustration style. So this is kind of very much the style for a lot of Dansky related stuff. So I'm kind of going to be drawing a lot from here to pull this together. And it's going to be a bit more creative as well. So we're going to have to figure out, sketch out the layout. Are we going to go kind of left to right zigzag? Are we going to go all over the place? Is it going to be completely just flipping? I don't even know what. We're just going to see what happens. So we've got to sketch out a layout and then start to map in different bits and pieces. So it might be more structured, which is my normal style, or it might be like a bit more freeform. Try and make it fun, consistent. So it's going to be a really good test for the application of all this crap that I've defined. So a lot of this stuff's translated really well to the website. New version of the site has the kind of different fonts and what have you. And this is very much not something I've done in a long time. I've thought about doing an infographic for a while, and I feel like now I've got a real reason to want to do one. So we're just going to go for it, What's the worst that could happen, right? This is super useful. Thank me after care. It could be awful. It could be terrible, but, it is what it is. So we've got Illustrator here. We've got my brand guidelines, colors and fonts, but we're not there yet. We've got to take it back a step and we're going to go back into Photoshop. So we've got to start here. So I've mapped out effectively my logo design process, kind of how I work with clients. So I had a process back in the day when I did more client work. About late 2017, I stopped doing client projects, and more recently I've started doing them again. So this is my up-to-date process, if you like. But if you want to add something into this, or you think there's something that we could change around or whatever, sorry, my head's in the way, then feel free to shout out, and maybe we could refine this together just before we go and actually like plan out an entire flipping illustration. So we'll nail down a solid process. This is all very like top level stuff. So we're not drilling down into everything, but if possible, I do want to at least include 1 or 2 lines for each section. Just that explains in plain English what it is, because a lot of these titles, I understand what it means, but someone who's maybe new to design and they're just picking this file up, they're going to go, well, what the hell is a discovery questionnaire? Yeah, what is that? What do I do? So I'd like to try and include some information in there that explains what to do. Also, before we start, someone very kindly sent me this font. So this is from someone called, and hopefully I'm pronouncing this correctly, Rian Ahmed. The font is Rocker Former, and I'll pop a link in the chat. I said he's very kindly sent me this font, and I said I would share it. And so there's a link if you do want to check it out. I think he's got some other ones there as well. And this actually comes in a few different ways. So we've got like a medium, and we've got a bold, and I do like this. I do like it. It's a nice, chunky, condensed caps font. I'm hearing noises outside. It sounds like there's some fence-related shenanigans going on. So yeah, thank you very much, Rian, for sending this over. And yeah, oh, it's cool. Really cool. Right, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Would this be a good comparison if you do affinity after? How do you mean? How long do you think it will take you this live today? That's a very good question. I actually don't know. Knowing me, I would be surprised if I get it all done in one live, just because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and this might take a while. But we'll see. I don't know. The illustrative style is kind of what I like doing anyway. Very linear, and a lot of that style stuff is kind of defined with my brand guidelines. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. But what we're going to do is we are going to sketch this out first. I've started in the last few years, started sketching a lot more. Whether that's pencil and paper, that's not my thing. I'm a digital bean, so like on a pen display that I'm using here, being able to sketch ideas out, it just helps. It's easier to kind of get the creativity out of your head and onto the page, so to speak. I feel like digitally sometimes creating things is almost the easier part. It's coming up with the cool idea that can be a bit trickier. Results first, yeah, we'll see. I'm confident we can get there. I just don't know how long it will take. Dan, remember me or not? No, I'm afraid not. But hello. Hey, Zakir. Leonard J, hello. Haven't seen you for a while. How's it going? Right. So, oh, my stylus isn't even synced up correctly. Come on, Dan, you bloody gooseberry. What are you doing? There we go. Oh, hang on. Oh, my monitors aren't even synced up. Goodness me. Right, let's just align these two. Great. Fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted. We've got to get that sorted, otherwise I'm going to try and switch from one app to the other and one screen to the other, and it's just going to be chaos. But hey, we love a bit of chaos. All right, anyway, so quick run through of the process. So for a logo design, and this could apply to other types of design as well, but specifically for logos, the client will get in touch with you. This could be through email. They might submit a form on your website. They might give you a phone call. Probably pop that in there as well. And you might choose to have an initial call with them. Sometimes people, you'll have that call just to kind of get a sense of who they are, what their project's about, if it's a good fit. Sometimes you'll get time wasters. So over time, you might stop doing that, and you might talk numbers first and give them a ballpark figure, like an estimate for how much the project will cost. Because, if they're thinking £100 and you're thinking £1,000, there's no point wasting 20 minutes having a call with them. Save it. But for both sides, save the time, and then pass them on to someone else, and they can get what they need a bit quicker. So, but sometimes sometimes you get a good feeling. I did a project recently. We jumped on a call before any of it. There was a connection there, so it was like, I'm fine with this. Let's just do this. But sometimes you will skip that bit. Then you'll send out a proposal. Now this could be, oh my goodness, my tablet's not even, come on tablet, stop being a silly monkey. So you'll send a proposal. This could be a PDF you put together with a proper official proposal and everything. It might be an email with a price. It depends on how you like to work. A contract or a statement of work. So a statement of work is effectively what you're going to be delivering, and just, you know, deliverables, timescales, effectively outlining the scope of work, what you're going to do and how much it's going to cost, when you're going to do it by, that sort of stuff. And the contract is all the kind of legal bits and pieces, you know, so kind of how you work, just all the stuff that isn't specific to the statement of work and that project, your general terms and conditions, if you like. Right. Then take a deposit. I'm always 50% up front, 50% on completion. To me, that's non-negotiable. If you're not prepared to put up half the cost, then, you know, you're not serious about the project. And that's a red flag anyway. If they're not prepared to put down a deposit, to me, that's a red flag, you know. So once the deposit's paid, I schedule the project in. I then send them a questionnaire with lots of different questions about asking them about the why they're rebranding their company, blah, blah, blah. Then once you've got the answers, you can do a discovery call, which is a fancy term for just getting on a Zoom or a Hangout Meets or whatever they're called, just doing a call. And I don't use them, I use Zoom, it's just easier. Skype, is that even a thing? After Microsoft completely butchered. Skype used to be so good, and then it's just like Microsoft Word. The UI now is just horrific with a capital there. So what was I saying? Discovery call. Yes. Just get on a call, ask them about the answer to the questions. Sometimes people will write answers to questions, but then when you chat through, you can extrapolate a bit more and they'll expand on it as you just have a natural conversation. And it's a nice chance to meet your client as well. If you haven't actually, hey Carl, if you haven't actually done the initial call. Then we've done this on streams before. You're going to analyze the answers, go through, highlight keywords that repeatedly happen, start word mapping and brainstorming ideas. Sketch your ideas, refine it, present it, work through however many revisions you defined in your statement of work. Get the logo approved, get paid and send it off. So that's pretty much a top level outline of how I like to work. So what we're going to do now is we're going to scale this down. We're speeding through it because I want to get on to, we've got a lot of work to do. We got a lot to do. All right, let's get a nice brush. Make sure it's not a fire brush. I know Carrie would love that, but but no. All right, nice sketchy. Yeah, 30% flow. It's really good value to sketch things. Okay, so how are we going to do this? I have no idea, but we'll figure it out. Any questions before we dive in? I'm stopping you from working. I'm fine with that. Just don't crash the digger into anything, Kerry, or run anyone over. Hey, Pixel, what's up? Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the affinity streams. I think we're going to split it. We're going to do the affinity streams. I think actually we're going to do the first affinity stream this Thursday, and we'll do it on the affinity channel. So we'll do the affinity stuff, the streams on the affinity channel. There's like nearly 15,000 people subscribed to it now, so I think we're just going to go for it and do streams there for that. And then we'll do the usual Adobe stuff or whatever on the main channel here. Design review, all the streams that we've been doing for the last 2 years. We'll keep those here. Oh yeah, and if you didn't see the message I posted the other day, what I'm going to do is I'm going to phase out the Dansky Live channel, and we're just going to keep the streams here on the main channel. There's a bunch of reasons why we had the separate channel, but now there's a new affinity channel. I think having a affinity with Dansky Live, it just gets too much. There's too many channels. It's too much for me to manage, and I think it just makes it easier to have it in one place for everyone else as well. So Dansky channel here, Adobe stuff, design review, the usual madness, and then any like affinity streams and videos. We might do some more affinity stuff on the main channel, but the smaller bite-sized tutorials, they're on the other channel. So hopefully that all makes sense. What information does an infographic have? Hey, that is entirely up to you. It can contain anything. It can be statistics. You can get it's like a fun visual way to present sometimes boring information. So it could be like, you know, you could present a company report as an infographic, and it's a bit more visually engaging. It might not be suitable. Depends if it's like a very, very corporate deliverable, but it can be just a fun way to show stats for things. You can present any sort of information. Essentially, it's an information graphic, so you're giving information, but maybe typically it's more got like a bit more of a visual twist to it. So first of all, we've got to map these out. So what do we got? I'm gonna make that a bit more transparent. Right, so we've got the client inquiry. So we're just going to try and map this out, actually. So how are we going to do it? We'll start in the top left. Client inquiry. Oh, my writing is awful. And what's the last thing? Referral off. Ask for testimonial. Where are we going to end? Let's define the end point, I think. That's probably a good one. I think we'll end in the bottom right. That seems to make sense. And the last thing we're going to say is, I don't know, should we include referral offer? A referral offer is typically like, you know, hey, thanks for working with me. If you refer someone else and they take on a project, you can have X amount off your next project. You know what I mean? Like a reward for referring someone else onto you. Yeah, I think we'll keep it at cheerio. We'll just call this bye. You know, when you finish working with someone, it's always a good idea to ask them for a testimonial, you know, because as you accrue more testimonials and reviews, it looks really good, and you can point people to it and go, hey, look, people like working with me. So that's always good. Right, now we've got to figure out the layout. So are we going to do that? That would probably make more sense. I feel like it would make more sense to go this way. Can I fit everything on that? Do we want to do something really that a bit more creative, but a bit more all over the place? Maybe we should just stick to that because it's a lot of information. So we'll try and map this out now. So we've got the start and the end point. Okay, so we've got the initial phone call. That's going to be there. Send proposal. So this is kind of an optional thing. So I don't know whether we keep that in or not. I'm going to have to figure out a way to make it. Oh, hang on. We'll make it optional by doing this. We'll dash it. That would be a good way to do it. So, look at, it was going so well. That was good. That first half was such an amazing freehand circle. And then you bloody egged it at the end, Dan. You idiot. So, okay, send proposal, contracts, all the legal nonsense. Deposit is going to be this one. Do testimonials actually work? I think for a lot of things they do work. I mean, it's like I've got testimonials from students on my website for courses, but I think it's kind of like there is that expectation that you're obviously going to show the best stuff. Like I've obviously put the best testimonials front and center. Like I think most companies and businesses do, you know. So I think I don't know. I think nowadays a lot of people will take testimonials on your own site with a grain of salt because it's like, well, obviously you're going to put the best ones first. But if you link to like a Trustpilot or some sort of third-party site that anyone can leave a review, I think that kind of helps boost that credibility because you don't have any control over that, you know. So you'll see the good reviews, the bad reviews, you'll see all of it. Ooh, exciting. Andrea, you tease. I can't wait. What was I doing? Right, so that's your deposit. So that is your cha-ching. There, that's a pound sign for anyone who's confused. It's terrible as well, which doesn't help. Right, questionnaire. So there we go. We're just gonna. There's your questionnaire graphic. Discovery call. I was going to try and draw an old style phone then, but it'll probably end up looking like a banana. It could be worse. So that's the discovery call. The next bit, right, analysis, word mapping, all that sort of stuff. So we're just going to type nothing. We're going to use our hands. Words, map. Okay. That's where you start analyzing the brief and coming up with possible ideas, mind mapping, word association, all that sort of stuff. Then we sketch. This is the best bit. This is the best bit. You've got ideas, and then you sketch. And then we refine. This is where your Illustrator and your Affinity come into play. Digitally. Why have we gone from caps to lowercase? Nobody knows. You've got your revisions. So revisions round 1, round 2, round 3, however many you provide. I normally include 3 if you're interested, but you know, some people do 2, some people do 4. If you define the revisions though in your statement of work, like, and if they go beyond that, there is a cost. That's a good thing. You don't want to get stuck in like unlimited revision hell. That's not fun. Right. Final. Nope. Has an I. Final. Logo. Yay, right. The final logo's done. Everyone's happy. You get to send your invoice. Invoice. And whoops. Get paid. Don't release all the final files until you've been paid unless you explicitly know and trust the person. Get paid first, then release them. Otherwise, sometimes you'll release the files and you won't get paid. Haha. Not always. Most people are decent, but you know, there's it just depends how long. It's always it's inevitable. You end up with someone who's a complete asshole and they'll sting you, and then you're like, I'm never doing that again. I will get paid before I send the files out. So, and I think if if someone's not prepared to pay the invoice, they want the files and they're not going to pay you first, just that's a red flag in itself. Usually if people need them and want them, come on, pay for the work. Right, we've been paid. And then we supply the files, lots of formats, and we say goodbye. Yeah. Ask for testimonial. Yeah, I think we'll actually. I know what we'll do. We're going to remark some stuff as optional and we'll style it slightly differently. So this is going to be review. Please leave me a review and say we had a great time working together. And then this is going to be the referral offer. So I can't even be bothered to write referral scribble. But that is an optional one. So I just completely drawn that as a solid again. So you don't have to do that. Well, I mean, to be honest, you don't have to do any of it, but that's more of like an optional one. So there we go. We've mapped out our process and it looks absolutely awful. So at least what we can do now is I think we can bring this down in opacity, make a new layer. And we've got to figure out what we're going to do. So I think I might actually take this into Illustrator because I feel like this is going to snowball into actually laying bits and pieces out. And I don't want to start this in Photoshop and end up doing it later in Illustrator. So let's just copy and paste this over. And here we go. Yeah, we'll stick it on its own layer. And let's drop the opacity down. So we'll go for 20. And lock it. So this is where our thing is going to be on layer 2. Oh yeah, I mean, I love how Affinity have combined Illustrator and all that into one. I'll show you something actually that I've done. I've not designed with it loads yet, but I did manage to set this up yesterday. So I set my own custom workspace up with everything that I would typically use, and I've managed to get it into one toolbar. So for me, this is Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign in just one toolbar, one workspace. It's flipping brilliant. Where are you? I've made one for Leo as well. Leo is my 10-year-old son, and I started teaching him Affinity yesterday, and he's got his own little Leo workspace with his tools. So I've stripped out all the stuff he doesn't need, and then we're just going to gradually introduce the tools one day at a time. So this is my Dansky workspace. You can see the panel here is not massive, but this is a combination of like your vector tools, your Photoshop brushes, and blah blah blah. And then the panels I need over here. In this one workspace, I could design anything. It's so flipping good. If you want to do some more InDesign stuff, pages, I think, is it this one here? Yeah, let me just make a document. Toggle the pages panel. It's popped up down there for some reason. Yeah, and then you can manage your pages. So I'm kind of trying out this one workspace. But yeah, it's fun kind of customizing it and everything. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you, Swallon. Yeah, I was banging on about it for ages, Carl. I wanted Illustrator and InDesign to merge. They 100% could have become Adobe Designer. 100%. And now Affinity's gone and done it. I feel validated. Like, I know maybe Affinity doesn't have all of the capabilities of some of the stuff you can do in those apps, but I think it's definitely proof that it can work. The line I get is, if you design me XYZ, I will promote your page. Yeah, no. You can't you can't pay bills with promotion with promotions and goodwill. How about you pay me money? Oh, that's funny. Cheeky bastards out there. Right, okay. Let's get on to the fun bit now. So I've got a few bits already. I'm going to grab this. I probably should brand it somewhere, shouldn't I? But we got colors. We got colors. So let's just chuck all this stuff in. There we go. We've got my orange, my darker color. Oh, actually, I have an even darker color than that. I need to go into Framer to get it out, though. One sec. Where is it? There you are. Header, background. It's a darker version I used on the website that I've not added into anything yet. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Very good, very good. Right, the style. Let's just grab something here. The style's pretty straightforward. It's very linear. Thicker and thinner strokes. So thicker for the main line work and then thinner for the more intricate detail. And what else? We got anything else? Anything else? Oh, this thing here. We got the pixel font. I almost forgot that. I love this. We didn't really get to use this anywhere yet. But it's kind of like the lightning zap thing. Oh, we did these as well, actually. Tooltips. I think this was like the evolved version of it. So we've got a few bits and pieces. Some little... That's going to be really useful, actually. Tooltips. Oh... Back off. It's because I changed my version of Montserrat. It's probably changed all of the fonts. That's fine. That's fine. I use a chunkier version, but so right, we've got pixel font. And it's, what did I go for? Is it bold? I think it was bold. It's one of those. So Montserrat is the big daddy font. And then we've got, what's my other font? Inter. This is going to be the sort of paragraph text, the more descriptive stuff. And then we've got the, what is it? Pixelify Sans. This is like the fun font. This is like the tertiary font, and it's for more elements like this, bits of personality, but something that isn't like super. You wouldn't want a paragraph in a pixel font because it's going to break people's brains. Or at least it will break my brain anyway. Hamish. I so read that as, oh hey. How's it going? Topic for this. This is gonna hopefully, unless it turns out to be awful, be like a one-page logo design process cheat sheet, if you like, that I can then make available for free. Right. So now structure. See, this is the problem. I'm so like rigid and structural and organized, and I feel like I don't want it to be boring. I want this to be fun. So how am I going to do this? Do I want to set up a grid, or is that going to be too like too formulaic? I don't know. But to keep things moving, we're going to start with a grid. Andrea, Kerry, have you been playing any Battlefield 6? Right, what am I doing? Okay, let's get some clean boxes in here and we can at least type some stuff. We'll sample the stroke properties. I feel like the journey needs to have thick lines. There's a lot of stuff here. This could get very complicated. So I think maybe ultra thick lines to guide the process. You read that correctly. Okay, good. Yeah, so how are we going to do this? What about that? And then we shift this one to the right. Like, so it goes around like that. That could work, hopefully. We'll start with that and see where it goes. Not had time. Focusing on my design stuff. Oh no. I try and sneak in a few games when I can. I got a headshot the other day, sniper off in a mountain in the distance, couldn't even actually see him. And it was like a 450-meter headshot across the entire map. It was flipping ridiculous. Right, so we've got a box here. And what do we got? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we going to have one on the corner bit? Or are we going to go straight down here? So that's that one. Word mapping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right, okay. For some reason, holding down my keyboard shortcuts doesn't work when I have my tablet hooked up. I think it like interferes with them or something. It's really annoying. Okay, we're going to have a... just squish these up, or we're going to have a... maybe a corner one. One on the corner, so it goes round. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that would be our 14 right there. So let's bunch these up. Yeah, I want this to be a bit more fun as well. I don't want it to be like super rigid. So how are we gonna... I think we need to do one really. So client inquiry. Right, let's get some text in. Where's the main font? Format. So maybe left aligned. What are a lot of these? Are they 2 words? If we can keep them to 2 or 3 words, that'd be nice and easy. So client inquiry. Drop the tracking, bring the letters a bit closer. So, and we're going to... I think we'll keep it title case like this so it's nice and fun. We don't want it to be all caps and be all shouty. So, client inquiry. We're going to need some descriptive text as well. You like the thinking out loud videos? Oh, okay. I will keep nattering away. I am quite literally thinking out loud. I have no plan for this. Which is sometimes the best thing, really. I think it's actually good doing it live. It's the kind of thing that I could sit here and stare at the screen completely empty inside. When you're live, it kind of pushes you to just obviously do something. So it is quite handy to be able to just put myself in that position where you just have no choice but to go forward. And come what may. Right, we'll pack it together, but not too much. It's obviously nonsense at the minute. I think one line. I think, you know, I can throw in some text and write it, and then I could probably run it through ChatGPT and say, make this fewer words if it's too long. It's pretty good at doing that. And what are we going to do for borders? Rounded borders. It's a bit more consistent. Now, how am I going to make this more fun? I've kind of laid out the track here. And this will be fine. This format will be very functional. In fact, we could probably finish this in like 10 minutes if I just went round and did that and did an arrow, which is a good point, Dan. Arrow. We're going to have some sort of flow, right? This arrow is practically going to draw itself. Square, rotate, remove the bottom, boom, arrow. Should be able to snap it in place. Outline mode to make sure, yep, we're good. And then we can select the arrowhead, S for the scale tool, and scale down to that point. If none of this makes sense, I've got my first class Illustrator course pinned at the top of the chat. It's just shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts, and doing them over and over again. So I teach all that stuff. There is a masterclass for Illustrator as well, which kind of dives more into the advanced stuff. But arrows. Are you going to be free floating or connected? I don't know, but that's fine for now. Yeah, so if we were to take this now and just go 1, 2, it'll be functional. Maybe that's where we end the stream with something functional, but or maybe it is functional like this, but then we just pepper in illustrations around it. Maybe that is the fun element. So the whole thing is very structured, but then we just sprinkle in randomly bits of stuff and fun. I don't know. Let's work on this top row, because I think once we nail the top row, everything else is just going to flow. Oh, that was a good rhyme, Dan. Well done. I've totally forgotten what the flipping process was. Where's the process gone? Oh no. Daniel! No, not there. Where are you going? Photoshop. Sorry, this is what happens when you listen to the Bloodborne soundtrack and try to design and speak at the same time. You so need to remaster that game. Hey, Cal. How's it going? We need a David Attenborough voice. Oh, my goodness. Here we see the designer in his natural habitat. Suddenly, he sees a female. The female is not so pleased. The male is scared. The young buck doesn't know what to do. There you go. Bloodborne aura boost. Oh, best game ever. Flippin' love it. I got to see this. I went to the PlayStation in concert in London last year, and they did a couple tracks from Bloodborne, and I just exploded inside. It was just the best thing in the world ever. It was so effing good. Okay, right. Initial call. So that's an optional one. Whoops. Can't spell. SOW, statement of work. So obviously already you can see problems happening, but that's fine. We'll do this top row. We kind of need to add in the longest one, actually, which I think is going to be this questionnaire, actually. That's the longest word. So if we account for that as the hardest one. Planet Earth ski. If we account for that, then the font size will become clearer. Right. Deposit paid. Deposit. So I think let's just type the word questionnaire, actually. Yeah, that's flipping long. Like, do you think we'd get away with that? Questionnaire? Just drop it on 2 lines. Or maybe we make the boxes different shapes. I don't know. Maybe this is me wrestling with my everything must be consistent versus let's have some fun, Dan. I need to have a reference would be really good, actually. If you are doing this, find some other graphics that are similar to what you're doing. Can sometimes be very helpful. Unless we call it Q&A. No, that's weird. That's fine. We'll figure that out. Deposit paid. Right, so let's drop the size down a bit just to give us some more room to work with, which also creates a bit more room for the descriptive part. You know, I want this to be actually educational, not just like let's make a pretty infographic and not actually communicate anything. So we need to have some written text there. You got to watch this as well. If we're going to go lowercase, that's fine, but this can't occur. So we're going to have to make sure the spacing, you know, if I were to change this to a G, it's not going to crash into anything. So uppercase does negate that, but we're keeping it title case. So we're just allowing for that. In fact, I want to kind of make all of these different shapes because they're all going to have different amounts of information. But I've got my little train track that I've defined here. So I don't know. Can this one say I've got more to say there? Could that come out? This one's going to have a lot to say, actually. I mean, I could even get rid of the train track thing. Right. I got an idea, actually. I'm going to run this through ChatGPT. All those categories. So, okay, write me a one-line sentence for each row of the above. Needs to describe this part of the logo design process in ideally 1 to 2 sentences. Some may be longer or shorter than others, and that's just fine. Ta. So rather than just working with placeholder copy, let's at least, we're just going to throw in something. ChatGPT can be very useful for this. At least gives us an idea of right, include each as part of the text. Oh God, ChatGPT, you are not understanding what I'm asking for. Okay. Right, there we go. Initial call. That's optional, so we'll have to define that. And you tell me, is this enough information? You know, I'm sure there's some of you in the chat that will be looking to learn about the logo design process and how it typically goes. So does this convey enough information? A game of Tetris. Get rid of the track. Oh, okay, let me have a look. Oh, okay, Andrea. Is that meant to be row? That's made by James, isn't it? Is that meant to be row by row? I think it is, isn't it? Yes, to me, I like the way that it's laid out, but it needs to. The one I'm doing now, I want to explain more per section, and I want to make it clearer that it's left to right, top to bottom, so it all kind of flows. So that's kind of the gist of it, but maybe with a bit more information. Oh, there is a full PDF. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I know the PDF you mean. I know the PDF you mean. Yeah. I think I've got that somewhere as well. It's like his free sort of toolkit thing. Yeah, so hopefully this should, yeah. So hopefully this sort of information should be enough, and then I can kind of adjust this. We could even adjust the lines as we need to. Deposit paid. What was this one? That's the phone call, isn't it? Or discovery call. Oh, we're not going to fit all this in, are we? Deposit paid. And oh no, that was questionnaire. What am I talking about? Got the list here. Yes, questionnaire. questions. We could call it questions, and then we'll put the questionnaire bit in the text. I think that'll be okay. And then next to it, discovery call. And what have we got next? Okay, word mapping, brainstorming. So, analysis and word mapping. Oh yeah, we are playing a masterful game of Tetris here to get all this to work. Jeez. Okay, sketching ideas. Digitizing design. Revisions. Oh, let's just throw all these in there and then we can. Ooh, we could actually set these up as some character styles actually that might make life a bit easier. Word map might fit. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you are 120% right. What I think the most useful would be to nail down the different goals of similar sounding steps like phone calls. The goals of similar sounding steps. How do you mean? Similar sounding steps. Try again. My brain was just like spinny wheel then. It doesn't take much. Okay. Design revisions. Okay. What else is next? Okay. Logo approved. Yay, it's all done. It's all over now. We can get paid and just have a good cry and then move on to the next one. Send invoice. Give me monies. And right, next is the. In fact, we'll do that together. Invoice and handoff. So these two kind of go hand in hand. Ooh, hand off, hand in hand. Oh, very clever, Dan. So you get paid, you release all the files and the exports and blah, blah, blah. I think if we compare them together as well, we might actually get this on a flipping page as well. Review and goodbye. I don't know. Yeah, review and goodbye. And then at the very end, I feel like I've missed a thing out. Referral offer. And then before I forget, we're just going to put these ones in dashed lines because they are sort of optional. So we'll have to tag them as optional somehow with some sort of little illustration or a light bulb saying, hey, these are optional. So that's fine. This is actually coming together really easily. I feel quite good about this, actually. We might actually get this close to finish today. Oh, right. Okay. So do you mean for the discovery call bit, for example, like the practical side of it, like do the call on Zoom or Hangouts or whatever it's called, the Google one. But then what is the purpose of doing it? Is that what you mean? So for each section, what are we doing, but why are we doing it? and try and wrap that into a sentence. Oh, I see. I got you. I got you. Okay. So generally, the initial call would be just to find out if this project is even something you're interested in, if you're a good fit. Do you know what I mean? Like you just someone wants to work with you. It's like, let's hop on a call, do a 15-minute call, and just chat and see if it's a good fit. Maybe you talk pricing on the call. Maybe you don't. It's probably a good idea actually, because otherwise what you can do is you can get quite far down the process and then you say, okay, great, let's start, this is my price, and they go, whoa, that's way out of my budget. We should have talked about the pricing way earlier on. So sometimes people stop doing this because it's just, some people just get on the phone and they're like talking to you about their big grand ideas and they have no intention of actually doing anything and whatever. I've had plenty of them. They love a good talk, but they don't actually want to do anything. So if you don't have that, you can kind of weed, you can keep it over email, state your price, state your process, give them like an introduction to that. There's no point having big long meetings if the pricing isn't aligned. It just wastes your time and it wastes their time. That's the info you'd like to see. Right, gotcha. If I could just word the last 3 minutes into one sentence, that would be smashing. Exactly, Andrea. Yeah. But it does depend. Like I had a client that I worked with recently where this is someone that I do know. So we kind of had our discovery call was here because I knew the person. I was prepared to sort of sit and give them more time. We chatted through a lot of things. The project did go ahead and we didn't have a discovery call here because it was like, well, we've already chatted through everything here. It was a good hour-long session. So that it's not like it's set in stone. It's, and I knew the person as well. So I had a fairly good inkling or, gut instinct that I was thinking the project is going to go ahead. Like this person's serious about wanting to do something. So we kind of swapped it around. So, it's not like everything has to be locked in stone. Exactly. Yeah. Trust. Yeah. But I've had lots of people in the last 20 years waste my time as well. And I think sometimes, like I've worked without contracts and all that sort of stuff for a long time, actually. And you just get to a point where you just get burned one time too many. And then it's like, right, I'm not doing it anymore. You pay the deposit or we ain't going ahead, and you dig your heels in. And I think people are just cheeky sometimes with design. You wouldn't go to any other business and just be cheeky in the way that people are cheeky with creatives. But I think it's also on us to be a bit more business savvy and just upfront with pricing and not be afraid to talk about pricing. Yeah, sure, we can do that. This is how much it costs. This is what I deliver. This is when I deliver it by. And if you don't like it, you can sling your hook. Obviously, say that professionally. Anyway, right. Right, let's get the copy in. Let's get the GPT'd copy in, just so we know what we're playing with. So, questions. Then we got discovery call. I can go and reword all this later on. We don't want to just rely on whatever this AI has decided to spit out. It's really, the content's actually kind of irrelevant, really. Oh, hang on, I missed a step. Yeah, this is all, the words is kind of irrelevant. It's the spacing that I need. I've missed a step. Digitizing. Presenting. We've totally missed the bit where we actually send the damn thing off. Oh no. Okay, hang on. Right. Present to client. And then we get the feedback. Right, where do we get to? Revisions. Right, final logo approved. There we go. Oh, it's actually done a pretty good job of wrapping all this up in a single sentence. Right, we've got to create some space now. So these arrows, we'll come back to that in a minute actually, because we could make them shorter. Initial call. Yes. Deposit paid. Right, this is everything, isn't it? So effectively, there's 15 steps. That does organize itself very nicely, actually. Which does kind of make me sort of tempt me to try and make everything rigid. I'm scared of getting rid of these lines, but I don't want... Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. We're going to do it. I'm going to get rid of them. Yeah, we'll save a copy. We're going to get rid of them. We're going to go no structure. We're going in blind now. Initial call. Let's get some more dashes in there. Make it a bit more dashed. How do I make this unstructured now? And how do I make it fun? I'm so organized and technically specific. I think as well, I mean, I don't want to get too far into color before we get the layout nailed, but I think all these are going to be orange. I think they're going to have the Dansky colors. All right, so they've got to have the orange in them. That's not orange, Dan. Let's try again. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Screw you, Illustrator. There we go. I mean, oh, do I take them out of the box? No, that might be a step too far. What about some sort of graphic on the corner? So let's grab the pen tool. Not the actual pen tool, the pen tool graphic. Let's just do this. So we could kind of dot things around. Oh, this is the bit that I find so hard. We're just gonna have to just jump in and flip and go for it, aren't we, Dan? We're just gonna have to make all of the sizing completely unique. This title here needs to be longer. So proposal, contract, and statement of work. I think it's a bit more important to have that written out rather than SOW and just abbreviating everything. Maybe. I suppose if we did that, we could do this. Bring it down there. God, this is hard. Initial call, move that up. Maybe offset. It's not enough space to have an arrow in there. This could end up getting a bit higgledy-piggledy. Unless we have this up here and we make these taller and make them contain more information. In fact, for these ones, what would be really good would be to have a sketch there and then a digital version so you can see the rough sketch go to the design. That could be pretty good. Better with icons? Okay. SOW is a statement of work. So you're basically almost like a contract, but you're outlining exactly what you're going to do for the project. What it is, how much it costs, when you'll deliver it by, the payment terms, 50% up front, 50% after. And you're going to get a signature and a date and they sign it and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, maybe the sketching and the digital bit. Maybe this is more visual, actually. Word mapping. So, deposit paid. Oh, God, is it just me or are these smart guys trying to snap to flipping everything? Calm down. Goodness me. Bloody smart guides on heat. Jeez. Yeah, maybe actually we go up here. And then this bit, we could maybe make the sizing a bit different as well. Present to client. I'm going to have to move these arrows as well. I got to make it clear that like a big start here or something. They're very similar, the contract and the statement of work. They're very similar, but the statement of work is more about the specific project, whereas a contract is like the legal side of things, you know, how you would work for that project and for every other project thereafter with them, with anyone else. It's almost like a general kind of contract. Do you know what I mean? Like if a company were to provide a service to you, they have their contract. Everyone gets the same legal document spiel, terms and conditions, legal nonsense. But every customer would get a unique statement of work for that project. Does that make sense? The contract is more like, yes, I accept your terms and conditions of working with you, Mr. Designer Person. Statement of work is more detailed. It outlines what you're doing and what the project even is. Question, could you? Oh, goodness. This is going to get harder to... Oh... Write that down. What did I even say? Yeah, digitizing design. So, okay, what we could... Let's use the owl. And then we need to make a sketch version of that. So if we duplicate it, make it thinner, go to brushes, we could probably try and cheat this a little bit. We'll go and open a brush library. We'll go for artistic. Maybe ink. Where's the one I'm looking for? Oh yeah, brush. There we go, this one. Drop the stroke weight down so it's super thin. So it kind of looks more sketch-like, and then we could go and even roughen it a bit with a distortion. Not too much, or it'll just look really awful. 1%. Smooth, maybe. Yeah, just make it look a bit more freehand, sketchy sketch. And then that's the digital version. Draw one. No, absolutely not. Yeah, you go for it, man. You go for it. I feel like each one of these needs an icon or something visual, or at least the main ones do. What about color as well? I don't know how you'd group these. You could, I mean, you could sort it into, like, let's just say we did a different color. This is all, I don't know, pre-work stuff that's done beforehand, and then we introduce the orange for the kind of, I guess, more creative part, and then it's all the functional stuff at the end. Do you know what I mean? Like trying to separate the business, the hands-on client stuff with the actual creative process. I don't know if that makes sense or not, though. Yes, Cal, this is going to be something that I make available for free. So it'll be kind of on my website, maybe in video descriptions, you know, pop your email in, I'll send you this for free. So it's effectively going to be a lead magnet. So people sign up, they get it for free. It's genuinely going to be helpful. But then I get their email, and then maybe one day they decide to check out one of my courses or something. So that's the strategy behind it. But at the same time, I don't want to put out some crap. Like, I want it to be helpful. And I wish that I had this. So this is kind of just a bird's eye, plain English view of what the process looks like at a professional level. So no, don't, Andrea. Don't. Design, yes. Drawing, no. Did I quit Affinity? Absolutely not. Affinity's on the other channel. I unfortunately for me, fortunately and unfortunately, I have to use both because Affinity is too good to ignore, and it's flipping cool. But I'm 20 years Adobe, so, and I teach both, so you know, I'm locked into teaching both, I think, now. Right, I do need to set up a margin, I think. So let's do this the really silly way. We'll just do the old box technique. I know there's better ways, but this is just like my automatic default, don't think about it way. We use the box. so many different apps in my head and different ways to set up guide systems by the time I've even thought about how to do it. Photoshop's a bit easier, but can't beat the box technique. Then I will have your email. Twirl's mustache. Yes. Evil villain laugh. I would love a proper, like, twirly villain mustache. I think you have to really commit to growing a proper mustache. That would be good. Right, let's snap some of this here. There we go. All right, let's get a little bit of alignment going on. Just line up to the margins at least. I'm the same age as your years with Adobe. Oh, that's adorable. So you're 20. Oh, wow. I wish I was 20 again. All right, how are we doing these arrows? I don't know if this arrow's strong enough. We could try another arrow. So we could try and set up a slightly different arrow. It's not really... Oh, actually, hang on. No. Maybe a... Here we go. Yeah, maybe something like this. This arrow has like a little bit more presence, maybe. Although we kind of need one around a corner as well. And then do we have it overlapping? So then I can bring elements closer. Yeah, I'm going to need a corner one, aren't I? Am I going to need a corner one? Maybe I won't actually. What if the text box... Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, like an arrow. Possibly. I think because of the style I'm going for, if it was going to be like a really rigid structure, I think that would probably work. But I think because I think I'm going to end up Tetrising this about a little bit. This is honestly the hardest part for me, is like trying to find the line between structure and creativity. Especially when my brain wants to organize everything and structure it all. Silly brain. So then how's it look if that goes around there? Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. Not quite sure. Why are you not using Affinity for this? Because I've been using Affinity for quite a while now. A few days at least. Maybe a whole week. I need to do some more Adobe. Right. Sometimes, in the absence of knowing what the hell you're doing, you just have to do things. Analysis and word map. What about let's get rid of you for a second, Owly boy. Sketching ideas. We've got a bit more space here, which is nice. Move that over there. Maybe this could just be a blank spot. We could put a little graphic in there or something to just make put a bit of fun in there. I don't know. This. See, I'm trying really hard to break the structure now and just get out of it being too rigid. We don't talk about the star design, Rob. You don't like my Irish accent? That's a damn shame, Cal. I'm disappointed in you, son. I think it's pretty good personally, but, you know, each to their own. Right. Analysis and word map. Top of the morning to you. Right, what am I doing? I'm desperately trying to break the structure. Maybe these down here need a bit of a squishing. I still don't know about the colors as well, because we could use color to separate it. Like, it doesn't just have to be Dansky orange. Like, if there's a benefit to adding other colors into it, if it makes it easier for the person viewing to digest different bits of the process, then that's what we can do. Do you need some help, Dan? Absolutely, Andrea. I'm always in need of help. Right. Okay, if we just throw some arrows in, I think it's trying to strike a balance between structure and all right, let's rotate that round. So something. Yeah, something like that. And then we've got space for a couple of incidental illustrations here. Does that make it easy to follow? I hope it does. Not really, no. I think I was going to go down that route of having the more prominent stuff bigger, but I think now it's just really kind of sort of artistic choice. I mean, yeah, they're a little bit bigger, but it's not necessarily because they're more important. It gives me a bit more space to visually show this bit as well. So, and then what would I have in here? A couple of, maybe I could grab a cinnamon bun. Just grab that and chuck it in there. There we go. Cinnamon bun. We'll just throw that in there. I mean, some of these are pretty fun, so we could always just pepper these graphics in. A little light bulb. We'll throw you in. There we go. Ah, this bit, the zigzaggy speech bubble thing. I want to get that in somewhere. Little star sparkle. This could be quite cool. I can do a little double sparkle there. Anything else fun I can grab from here? A Glock 19 and pop that in there. Just doesn't really make sense, but got this one. I mean, for this bit here, sketching ideas, having some sort of pencil does make sense. So that's pretty straightforward. We could just, whip up a pencil. Slightly rounded edges. Group it together. So we've got that. Let's give it a fill. So we could do that, or we could add like a circle. Pop it in the circle. We could shrink the circle and have it popping out, which could be kind of cool. Maybe just the pencil, actually. And then to make it more stylized and less practical, we'll just make it shorter. There we go. I feel like they're going to clash with the arrows a bit, so the arrow might need to be a bit more subtle. Why do you have a gun graphic? Oh, it's just a collection of illustrations that I've done over the last, I think, probably year or two at this point, actually. This one's quite old. This was great, actually. This is a very, very good exercise. Like guns, handguns, they're all very like manufactured objects, so they've got lots of different pieces and angles, and so if you want like a really good practice thing to practice creating lots of different very odd shapes, like the grip here with the three kind of curves, the curves here, the trigger guard slightly off rectangular shape because it gets wider here with the curves. It's a very good practice. This bit here, this bit under the slide release, is a very good practice thing. You just kind of grab a gun graphic and drop it to like 10-20% opacity and then trace over it, and then you have to try and use the right tools to create the various machined parts and things. Nice Glock, thank you. Ooh, some of these could be quite handy. Speech bubble. Ah, that's quite cool actually. Yeah, dropping the illustration style down to like a 1 pixel for these ones might be better because then it kind of contrasts with the thicker style. Final logo approved. There you go. That can have sparkles. Yeah, I think these arrows might be a problem. I mean, do you number them? We could get rid of the arrows and have numbers. So we could do this. So if you do 1, 2, 3, 4, it gets rid of the need for arrows, which then means we can kind of put more focus on the icons. How do we feel about numbers? Actually, that might be the way to go. We'll change that to an ampersand just to save space. Did I? Glock. Glock, Glock, Glock. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I mean we could make the numbers bigger, maybe. We like numbers. I like numbers. Yeah, maybe let's make them giant actually. Get massive numbers. Actually, yeah, I think that's actually really good, I think. It makes it so much easier just to look at and go, oh, right, I understand the process. We can get rid of these arrows and we can... Yeah, there we go. I don't have to deal with you. But we could still connect these together, so we could still have lines that connect them. We just don't necessarily have to show the flow with the arrows. Yeah, those numbers kind of bugger up my text a bit though. Let's try something else then. We're gonna do something like this. We'll try popping the number in there. There's our number 2, central alignment. I'm going to get rid of the dash for a second because it's annoying. Right, where do I put you? Number 2? Do we put you there? And so number 3 would go here. So this is the thing, if you're not sure sometimes you just have to do things. Just do whatever. And you might find yourself at a dead end and go, oh yeah, that looks rubbish. But It's better than doing nothing, and sometimes you'll stumble across something. So these kind of numbers sort of sit on the edge of the box, but they sit where that sort of step starts, if you like. So they don't interfere with the text. You like that? Now we're talking, that's clean. Notification dots. Oh, I see what you... Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, I mean, one idea was having them up in the corner. It's just... Do we go back to... Maybe the corners were too rounded before. Maybe we just do a little bit of a roundedness. And then we go full rounded there. You see how that changes things? Yeah, a little bit like a notification. That I probably wouldn't have it on the right, though. I'd have it on the left. Let's go for 4 mil on the radius. 4 mil. So we're just being consistent, and then we'll throw a 3 there. So we could go top left on every box. I don't know, actually. I think I sort of like it sitting here. Actually, yeah. The number's in orange, and then the text can be in the darker color. So you still get the orange in there, but everything else is very like practical. I still feel like it needs to be more fun though. Doesn't look very fun. But then maybe it doesn't need to be. All right. Change the radius to 4. In fact, let's change the radius on all of them. Oh, I know what I need. It needs something in the middle. It needs to have, it doesn't need, but I want it to have something. And that's a title. So I need to grab a circle because it's going to contrast against all the boxes. It might be quite important to have that, and pop it dead center. Get rid of the cinnamon bun for a second. And then give it a name. So we're going to call it the logo design process. Working title. Give it a better name, but it does what it says on the tin. And we'll centrally align it. And this, I think, will style that differently. This is the title for the whole damn thing. So we're going to do something like that. That's going to sit dead center, and then everything, the whole process flows around it. So then I'm going to have to adjust all of these boxes. And the arrows and stuff can go around it. Cinnamon bun. There we go. Can you have the boxes wrap around the circle? Possibly. It depends how you mean by wrap around. It is a bit tricky. I'm not going to lie. It's a bit tricky and a bit weird. Trying to fit with the spacing, unless maybe I should just keep it a box shape. No, that can't happen actually, can it? Because I've got to have space for that to snake around it. So if this one's going dead center, I can bring this one up, pull that one down, and then this. So basically it's got to run like that. So it kind of has a way across the top. So I'm going to need these lines so we can do that. Yeah, that gives us a way across. And then here. There we go. Number 5. Catch you later, Zakia. Right, number 6. Well, I think we're getting somewhere. If we go back to what it was before, very bare bones, I think we're definitely getting somewhere now. Yeah, there we go. Right. So that needs to go there. Now, because I'm not so clever, I haven't accounted for double digits. So when we get to step 10 in a minute, it's not going to fit. Is it, Clever Clogs? No, Dan, it's not. So we're going to have to go back. We're going to have to go back and do lots of manual adjusting for consistency, but that's fine. I honestly don't really care about that. That's just kind of, dog's body work that I can just mindlessly get on and do. The main thing is about getting a good idea. My smart guides are trying to snap to flipping everything. Will you just calm down? Goodness me. Right. 12. Is that right? 13, 14. Can I count one? Let's just, I've got to double check this. 1, 2, 3. No, hang on, wait a second. Yeah, this is number 1. So that needs to have a proper number 1. There we go. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I can't count. I'm an idiot. I bet if I check the chat, everyone's. No, no one pointed out. Okay, it's fine. I feel better now. 13. Right. 14 and then 15. Nice. Ah, okay. I mean, with the type as well, here we could do something even slightly more different. So bold it. No, I didn't want italic. Where's all the other Montserrats? That's the one. Hmm. I need like an optional tag. So the dashed lines have like an optional thing. I don't know as well. Should the boxes be 1? I feel like maybe they should be 1. I don't know if they're too thick. Let's try it. Try it a wee bit lighter. It might look a little bit easier on the eyes, I think. Actually, yeah, I think the whole thing 1 point is a bit better. Let's just go through and try that. Cool, this has actually turned out all right. Flippin' heck. Look at you, Dan. Sometimes this is just the best way to work. You just get all the sort of pieces in place and then it's just refine, refine, refine. Yeah, that looks better. I much prefer that. Wow, this is flipping heck. This has actually come along quite well. Yeah. I thought it was going to be harder than this. No, words are hard, Care. I wouldn't worry about it. Using words is overrated. Hey, Schofield. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Sketch in the Discord. Let me have a look. Oh, of course, I see. Maybe, yeah. Maybe. Maybe. I'm going to add a Dansky logo. Yes, that's a good point, Paul. I think maybe somewhere, like a little Bydansky or something here. I don't want it all big and prominent and hey, whoa, look at me. But I think on there somewhere would be a good shout. Yeah. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Icon style. So it's all the same weight now, which isn't necessarily a problem. We could thicken up the icons though, but I don't know. You could thicken up the icons so you have that contrast, or you could add color to them. Or, I mean, you could do both. Don't know. And which ones are going to have icons? That is a good question. And how is color treated? You want some sort of consistency, I think. So you could fill it with a solid orange, or you could have like a solid orange outline with a white fill. But I think whatever we do needs to be sort of consistent. Unlike this light bulb over here. Number one circle. Thank you, Paul. It's just testing you, just see if you noticed. That definitely wasn't a mistake. Differentiate the boxes, use color instead of weight. What do we think about the color all round? I feel like at the minute it's balanced quite well. You've got the numbers, the steps in orange. You've got the main process bit here in orange, and everything else is black. If there was a way to separate the different things, though, I'd be open to that. So, these titles here, this is like the prep work. So maybe that's blue. And then you've got this stuff, the design stuff, maybe that's pink or something. To sort of break the process. It's just where you break the process apart, How would you separate it? Would you have the pre-design, the design, and then the post-design stuff, or is it all just equally relevant, and separating it doesn't really make any sense? The bulb icon. Yeah, this is all just I've kind of sorry, I've got icons scattered around. I don't know if yeah, maybe some of these maybe some have icons and some don't. This would probably I'll probably have a graphic here. Something a bit more substantial, like a cinnamon bun. Or I know. One of these maybe. Something like that. Something to like some sort of design element to head up the whole thing. Initial call, that could have that. The pen tool, where are you going to go? Design revisions could sneak you in there. And then this kind of fills that space as well. I think it's Tetris together quite well. The spacing between the things needs a bit of work. But I think generally it's all sort of come together pretty well. Maybe this... Does that go the same height? Hmm. Yeah, I saw your... Oh, this one. Yeah, what's the... I don't understand the sketch, Andrea. So you've got client inquiry in the middle. What's the stuff shooting off of it? Bateman skit. Kerry, you better not be driving taking that picture, man. Oh, goodness me. Which box? Well, that, yeah, Dennis, you've nailed it. That's a good question. Which boxes get icons? I think originally I was going to have the icons floating in the gaps, but there isn't actually that much space. And I think in a minute I'm going to go and make the gaps consistent. I think I can do that without ruining the fun. So I think just like this icon, maybe this one here gets an icon because there's a little bit of space here, and if I stick a pen there, and do you know what I mean? It can kind of match the box and relate to it, but also fill a bit of that space. Maybe it's just, maybe there is no, maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe just pick a few to get an icon. Like one could go here. Something to do with the software. So if I go and grab this, for example, let me paste that in. Yeah, maybe something like this. Or maybe what would be better here actually would be to have the Illustrator and Affinity logos, something like that. You know, that is the software that you'd use for logo design. So your Illustrator or your Affinity or whatever. So Vector. So maybe having the software logo there might be good. Maybe I'll get sued. Who knows? Maybe I can't do that. So maybe we just forget I ever said that. Hey, Persid. Oh, you make a lot of infographics. Excellent. How we doing? How we doing out of 10? Be gentle. Right, let's go and sort some spacing out. So what did I have? I think I had a... Was it a 10 mil margin? It was 10. So let's use the magic red pink box. I'm going to sort the spacing out. I love my box. Super advanced design technique using the box. So I'm just going to go through and make sure the spacing between them is consistent. It's one of those things that sometimes if you make things too consistent, it can look all rigid and too boring and whatever. But I feel like I've got the right balance of fun in there now. And just by tightening up a little bit of consistency, I don't think we're going to ruin the fun. I don't think so. Right. There we go. And we're gonna. Nice. You hear a baby? Maybe they're home. Or do you mean a cat? Hello. They're obviously not back yet. My what are they? Relatives. Poppy's sister came around earlier with her dad and Heathcliff, my nephew. Family tree. Hard. Um, I wasn't sure if they'd come back. I thought you meant like a literal baby then, but I wouldn't have been surprised. Should have realized you meant the cat. The one true baby. Yeah, that's a good point as well. The dashed stuff, I do need to mention somewhere that it's optional. But I do have an idea for that. Right. Do you know, I think we're gonna get this done actually. I think we're gonna finish this today. I'm feeling good. Right, let's do a few more of these because I still got to finalize the text as well, which could completely screw up all the spacing work I'm doing. But okay. All right. And you? Snappity snap. And for anyone who's just joined, these pink boxes aren't part of the design. I haven't gone completely mental and I'm just putting pink boxes everywhere. It's entirely plausible, but I've not gone off the deep end just yet. Maybe next week. I'm probably not far off, to be fair, after I was dreaming about Affinity the other day. When you wake up and realize that you've had a dream about the new software. It's like, okay, maybe I need a break. Just led in bed in my sleep, recording tutorials. What the heck?
streaming?
I am.
Oh,
Hello,
hi.
child. Hi. Hi, child.
Hi.
How is the growth?
Oh, it was. Wait, what? Daddy, look. Daddy.
Oh, wow, you've got lots of sweeties.
Rob's gave us £5 each, and we bought.
Oh,
And I
lovely.
bought a cat toy.
And I bought Mummy some SpongeBob's.
Nice. And what did you buy Daddy?
We can share.
Savage.
We.
That's right. What am I for?
Mm. Oh my god, sour.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
And lemony, right?
Yeah, right.
Don't worry. I'll buy you something. Another time. I have
Oh.
£8.
I was going to say I like this kid's coming in and feeding me. Oh, okay. Yep. Right, you go in there now. I'm streaming. You'll keep feeding me sweets. And I'll get fatter than I already am.
Bye-bye.
I was going to say I like the kids feeding me sweets then, but not when they're that sour. Crikey. Shut up, Andrew. Don't say anything. Okay, right. I'm going to save this. This is a checkpoint. This is a moment in the history of this design that I'm like looking at it going, that's cool. So this is the first. So you can hopefully see the progression. We've gone from this load of schlop, whatever that is. See, a lot of designers would look at that and go, oh god, this is awful. Who is this clown? But it doesn't need to look pretty. It just has to make sense to me so that I can then layer things out and just gradually refine stuff. Do we add another color? Or is that naughty? See these? If I use the paint bucket, we could convert this actually. No, sorry, what am I saying? Shape builder. Let's convert this. So we're going to click, 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 click. This is all a bit weird here. Ah, they're not connected, that's why. Sloppy line work then. What are you doing? You got to zoom in and make sure they're definitely connected. Not even remotely close here, Dan. My goodness. You flipping amateur. Right, let's try that again. We should be able to select these segments. There we go. Okay, phew. So if you click in each one, what it does is it then saves that as a separate shape. And then we can now go and live paint this. So for this one, I'm just going to splodge in some color and then we're going to mix a little bit of color in there. So maybe for this one, slightly simplified pencil. Let's close that off. And we'll draw a line there, make it more pencil-like, select everything, shape builder tool, click, 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 paint bucket tool, and then splodge. Maybe not the end as well, actually. Maybe just one or the other. Maybe just the pencil-y bit. There we go. I don't know actually about that. I feel like I need another color. Is this easy to understand? I know I'm working with my palette, which is a very restricted palette. Duplicate the entire artboard. Artboard tool, Shift O on the keyboard, drag with Alt Option and Shift held, just like you would duplicate any other shape. Artboards work the same. It's too much white. Well, there's two reasons why. One, it's very similar to my sort of style. My website as well is very white and light, but it's also making it printer friendly. This is sized at A4, so someone could print this out and stick it on their face if they wanted to, without, like, you know, taking every drop of their ink. Maybe a bit more color, maybe in the icons. So, like, maybe we keep the orange for the branding and the steps, and then maybe we add another color. I'm just going to change that. Oh, that is a nice color, actually. That is a rather delicious color. Yeah, that I wasn't sure what to size it. I was like 1920 by 1080. People view it on their computer, and then I thought, why not just do it A4 size, and then, you know, save it as a PDF, and people can then just print it if they want nice, decent quality, and then, you know, you can open it on a computer anyway, A4 or not. I like the minimalist design. Thank you. Let's plonk that in there. Yeah. Maybe I do need another colour. Maybe I do need another colour in this lovely little palette of mine. Because a lot of stuff I've done so far, I've kind of got away with just using a very simplified palette. But maybe now I do need another colour, something to complement the orange. You got all these icons here as well. I don't know what to do with that. Speechy bubble. Right, this is easy. What we'll do is we'll duplicate it, we'll flip it, we'll shrink it down, and then you can have the accent color. There we go. Nice little bit of overlap. Fantastic. I still haven't made it. Well, maybe I could. Actually, no, I've got an idea. Oh, I've not got the pixel font in there. Ah, oh, you idiot. I know where that can go. You. Tool tippy things. Let's rotate you around. And we'll put optional. There we go. That's not too bad in terms of legibility. Optional step. Yeah, that one as well. Oops, got a giant. Hi there. Hello. You can go over there. And logo design process. This could have a slightly different look to it. Hmm. Ooh, see if I've got the script. Let's try something. Hopefully this works. So you need them as separate objects for this to work. And I don't know if it works on Windows or not. A few people have said they can't get it to work. Select all the words. Oh, the script. Oh, did I save it there? I've got it saved. Dynamic text. I've done a video on this on the channel. Set the size. Boom. There we go. Pick one object. And then go to align, distribute vertically, and then adjust it there. It's like the dynamic text stacking in Photoshop, but in Illustrator. So it's a script that I made with ChatGPT, and then you can save it there. So it's pretty good if you want to have your text stacked in like a block. I think the video on the channel is called something like I stole Photoshop's feature, or I borrowed this feature from Photoshop, something like that. And it makes it nice and easy to stack, to adjust the spacing in the stack as well. I kind of like the fact that the is really big. It's almost like a kind of subtle the logo design process, you know. Or we get rid of the word the, and we just own it. This is my logo process. We call it, just put Dansky logo design process. I don't know. Oh, Poppy's here. Dan, are you sure about that font? The pixel font, yes. I like it. I've changed, I don't know if you saw my message, I've changed the pricing thing, but I do like the pixel font. I like Raquel's one more, but I like a lot of platforms have the Pixelify sans built in, whereas I can't guarantee loading custom fonts. But Raquel did an amazing pixel font. I think she's sort of almost done it, or she's refining it, but it's really good. But I just don't know how to load that font into like Framer, for example, or some other platform. Oh. Has anyone else given Affinity a go? And if you have, how are you finding it? I found there's definitely an adjustment period when you've been like Adobe for 20 years. Learning new software has definitely got like a bit of a learning curve. I think one thing I found is that like it's fine once you get used to some of the differences, but like when you're looking for like how to lock the layer, unlink the layer and the mask to edit them independently, Affinity doesn't have the link icon. It does have the option, but it's just called something else. And it's just lots of little changes like that that make it easy to use. But that's why I like making the little tutorials, because as I'm actively learning it myself, I can be like, oh, well, that was frustrating. I now know it. Let's make a video so other people don't have to go through that frustration. And it's not even like bad things. I think actually in many ways, the changes that are different do actually make sense. There's a lot of logical changes in there that just make the workspace powerful but cleaner. But if you don't know about it, it's like, where's that feature I'm so used to? Like Affinity doesn't have smart guides, but it's the way Affinity works is much more non-destructive anyway, which kind of negates the need for smart objects. So it's initially it's like, where's the thing? But a lot of the time it's not actually an issue. Right. In fact, I'll show you something I made in Affinity recently. I had a proper go at some photo manipulation, and I was like, I'm going to do this in just Affinity, and it turned out all right. And I'm really proud of it. So I'm going to show it off and see what you think. We're watching Stranger Things again, so we're on season 3. We've just smashed through the first 2 seasons with Leo, and he's loving it. But I think doing something like this in Affinity would be very easy. Doing boxes and shapes and icons and dashes and things is really easy. Yeah, it sort of is. It's familiar, which is great. A lot of it is familiar, and a lot of tools translate over. Like, I find actually that a lot of tools in Affinity, they're just better. They're more responsive. They do like live previews. Like the gradient tool. The gradient tool in Affinity versus something like Illustrator is just not even a comparison. Even Photoshop's gradient tool is superior to Illustrator's. But this is the thing I did. So it's kind of Stranger Things inspired. So this is the before. It was just like an old room, and then I just stuck in some stuff, and yeah, it turned out all right, actually. It turned out all right. A lot of stuff does translate. So if you followed any of my photo manipulation things, or you've done the courses and all those techniques you've learned, a lot of them do translate over. You've got all your adjustment layers and stuff here. It's just if you need like what's it called? A tilt shift blur. It's not called that in here. It's called depth of field, and then you go in and there's your tilt shift. It's just silly little things like that, like if you've got we did some text there as well. Yeah, it's like you've got a layer and a mask, right? Well, normally you would unlink the layer and the mask by clicking the lock icon, but in Affinity there is no lock icon, but instead you just click lock children, and that does the same thing. So once you figure out those little things, it gets a lot easier. But yeah, a lot of the tools and the techniques translate, which is quite good. So if you are learning Photoshop, or that's what or you've enrolled in any of my courses, I think you'll find a lot of the stuff you learn does translate over. You've just got to figure out the little quirks where certain features are in different places. I know, yeah, I lock children. I was like, oh, let's do a video on this. How to lock children. Lock your children in Affinity. Oh, I might still do that, actually. That'll be funny. Oh, I do. I have. Thank you, Andrew. I do have another channel in Affinity. Should I link it? I should probably link it. It's exploded out of nowhere. Scorpio. What's Scorpio got to do with locking children? Oh yeah, this is insane. 14,985 subscribers in a week and a half. So what's that? 10 or 11 days? 10 or 11 days, and we're about to hit 15,000 subscribers. That is just nuts. I think as well that's a testament to. It's not the testament to the videos necessarily. It's a testament to the fact that people want to learn it. People are, even if they're not switching, they're interested. They're giving it a go. They're trying it out. Does it have offset path? Yes, but it's slightly different. I need to play around with it a bit more. I think it's called the contour tool. On the keyboard, and that lets you offset a path. It's more intuitive in that you can do it on canvas in real time, but I need to play around with it a bit more because I think some people have said it's more powerful than the way I've been using it. So I use it to just do a simple path offset, but I think you can do a lot more with it. So I'm told. Right. Let's line these boxes up because they're not lined up and it's annoying me. Oh, Dan. Why did you have to go and not line them up properly? Oh, this has gone really well. What time did we start? 3. Okay, 2.5 hours. This is cool. This is not bad for 2.5 hours. All right. Yeah, I'm not 100% yet, but I think on Thursday what we're going to do is we are going to do some Affinity stuff. The stream, in fact, if you want to see the stream, the next stream will be on Thursday on the Affinity channel. Oh, hello. So we probably will do it on the Affinity channel, not this channel. So I'm going to try and some Adobe streams and then some Affinity stuff. We're either going to be doing photo manipulation or logo design, one of those two, but we're going to actually get hands-on with the project. The little Affinity tutorials have been great, but everyone's been saying, please can we do some full projects? So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to jump into some serious shit. And it's going to be great. Right. A Turing pattern tutorial. I don't even know what that is. Google. Oh, one of those. That would be really cool, actually. I will add that to my list. My Affinity list. Turing pattern. I'll need to play around with that more. Because patterns, I think there are a few ways to do patterns, but I've not explored it fully yet. Right, so yeah, they do have an appearance panel, but it's not, I don't think it's as powerful as Illustrator's. The appearance panel in Affinity, I think, does fills and strokes. So you can layer on multiple fills and strokes, which can be good for text and multiple outlines. But it's not like got an effects thing where you can layer in effects and stack effects up. So I don't know. I've been looking up a few videos to try and find out if there's more to that panel, because I don't really get its purpose yet in its simplified form. But so I'm still actively looking to see if there's more to it, which there might be. So if anyone does know more about the appearance panel in Affinity, let me know. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, what would it be, though? Well, for course members, I've got the Oh, hang on. No, I've already got one. Yeah, no, I have an Affinity questions. It's a course member only thing, though. So there's Photoshop question, Illustrator question, Premiere Pro, After Effects questions, Affinity questions. That's the stuff that course members get access to.
Extra perks.
How do I?
Extra perks.
Extra perks, exactly. What do you reckon? That's not bad for 2.5 hours. You can't see anything, can you?
No, I want to sit on here. Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Wow. Yes, I do. Affinity's awesome, and I'm good. Thank you. Will Adobe make a free version of Photoshop now and Illustrator? I doubt it. I'm just glad we've got like some competition. There's like something else in there. They made a free version of Premiere Pro. They announced something, some sort of video editing thing. Is it like the mobile version? What's in box 11? I don't know what we've done. Design revisions. Do you not like the style, the text coming out the box? Right, let's...
Hey, Dan.
What is it? I know that Hey Dan, and it means trouble.
No. Does everyone know that it's your birthday in 7 days?
Probably not.
Well, it's your birthday in 7 days.
Great.
Woo!
Quick, provide an address, and then everyone can send me presents
That'd be great.
and sweets. And I like carrot cake. Probably too much.
Dan's getting old. Yep.
Who said that? Kerry?
No, Andrew.
Oh, shut up, Andrea. I knew it was one of them. I was like, it was Kerry or Andrea.
Oh, we should do like a birthday stream or something.
No, they'll just give me abuse.
That's true.
Be like, happy birthday, you old git, blah, 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 blah. Funny. All right. Just getting our spacing tightened up. I'm not even 20. Ah, you're all young'uns. Anyone else in their late 30s? Please raise your hand.
Early 30s.
Shut up. Who asked you? 36. Excellent. Welcome. Happy birthday, Ski. Thank you. How many days is it? When is it?
7 days.
Ah, great. I just go full grumpy man, just complain about everything. That's what I want to do for my birthday. I just want to moan. It's the only responsible British thing to do, is to find something to complain about. You alright?
Yeah, just being a phone.
This is a great phone impression. Considering this is the first let's try it again. Considering this is the first infographic I've done in probably like over a decade easily. First one I can remember anyway. It's gone pretty well, I'd say. Yeah, even these little changes you can see here, just these refinements. I know, yeah. Aging like a fine wine. Thank you very much, Akbar. I like you. Yes, yeah, I'm gonna leave the lives up on the main channel now. I used to re-upload them to Dansky Live for a multitude of reasons I can't be asked to explain. But I think we're just gonna keep them here now. It's just easier for everyone. So yeah, this one will be available afterwards if you want to rewatch it. Oh, I got an idea for this bit. Ooh, UI. This thing that... Oh, wait. That's Photoshop. Did I do Illustrator? No, I didn't. Because I am an idiot. That's fine. We'll just use this. This is good enough. Right. Let's put scaling on. I'm going to put owl out of the way for now. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I spent a lot of time illustrating this, so I'm glad we found a use for it. Digitizing the design. Nice. Okay. What are you throwing at me? Why are you being naughty? Like a little monkey back there. What are you...
Oh my god,
What is it?
the headband's put on your head.
Oh, right. You're just trying to dress me up and make me look like an idiot now.
Yeah.
What the hell do I do with it? Is this like a beauty therapy thing?
Yeah, sort of.
This is unusually compliant of me. Not even a question. Not really. Just straight on there.
It's a pink headband.
Hmm?
The pink headband.
A headband.
Hmm.
Ah.
You look 25 now.
You look 25 now. It's taken all those years off me. Right, I've got to try and fit this somewhere now. Do we have it sneaking out there? I'm trying to Tetris it all together so it doesn't like bump into different things.
Cool.
What? I just had an idea here. What about we have a line extending outside, and we can cut the path either side. Take a chunk out. Little details like that just make it a bit more. Maybe if we separate that a tiny bit more. Here, let's adjust the gap until there we go. Just so we've got like an even split either side, much better. And then we will change that on the other one as well. All right, some of this is a bit all over the place. Let's move this down. Princess Pickle entered the chat. Absolutely. Princess Penelope Pickle. I don't know. I'm feeling more Princess Penelope today. Whatever that means. I love the fact that it just legit confused some people in the Discord. Some of the innocent bystanders that were just there to like chat and be normal. Like, what the hell's going on? It was Princess Pickle. What have I walked into? Right, I'm going to have to tweak all the wording. But I think generally the spacing and most of the stuff is pretty much there. It's just minor details. Tweaking icons. Maybe the logo design process, maybe that becomes a bit more of a logo and I do something a bit more custom with it. Or give it like a cool, grungy, distressed effect. I think the text needs to be centered as well. I've left aligned the whole bloody thing, and I think it needs to be centered. Yeah, no, I do like that secondary color as well. I haven't used that anywhere else, so maybe that's something that I need to carry into the brand guidelines. It's a rebellious 16-year-old girl. I saw you adjusting lines with the numbers. You prefer to cut and paste since Illustrator is frustrating for selecting. Affinity is much better. Try the same in Affinity, you'll see the result. Adjusting lines with numbers. Oh, which bit? Was I doing that? I switch between all sorts. I adjust lines with numbers on canvas. I missed the. Oh no, the owl's going to come back. I think with a bit of color as well. Sugar, I've lost the owl. Yeah, he's going to go on the workspace, and I think. I mean, owls and blue don't necessarily go. Maybe you could give him a blue beak. I'm not sure about this thing. That I'm not sure what that could be or needs to be. Actually, we got a laptop. Design like a pro. It's a little sort of tagline that I like to use on a lot of stuff. That could look good. Kind of cool actually, because it's isometric as well, so it could stand out a little bit more. Actually, yeah, that could. If I obviously get rid of the lines, that could sit quite nicely there in that space. I mean, what I was actually going to do is I've got a badge somewhere. Yeah. Oh, this was never really finished. And the font's changed across everything. It was like a badge version. Fonts. Find replace font. Right, something has gone wrong here. Montserrat. Montserrat thin, right. So that should not be thin. It should be bold. Change. Has that done it? Did that do the change? No. This font thing is so confusing. Find and replace font. So font in document. So I click Montserrat thin. Bold. Oh, change all. Ah, there we go. There we go. Right, so this should look like that. But that's not really relevant. God, I spent so long making these illustrations. Some of these as well. Look at these. Spent flipping ages making these.
Flipping ages.
Hey?
Nothing.
Shut up. Yeah, look at this. Spent ages making these bloody illustrations.
Yeah.
You did not make these illustrations.
You need to check the chat.
What's happening? Poppy dots and everything. Yeah, that's it. Poppy was here the whole stream. She was just puppeteering me.
Abdul asked if I'm also a designer.
Absolutely. What isn't she? She's literally everything and then some. You know, let's be honest. Poppy is all of us could ever hope to be. Is that right?
Okay, I'll give it to you.
was trying to fiddle around with that illustration, but that's proving way too complicated. So instead, let's cut the path here and we'll just do this. And we'll do the same here as well. Oh yeah, that looks a bit better with the isometric doodah on it. I like that. That's cool. Oh, okay, okay. Hang on. So you left Adobe 9 years ago for Affinity, right? I have questions. So, what did you use in Adobe, and did you find when you switched to Affinity that were there any features that you really missed? So whether it's Illustrator or Photoshop that you were like, I wish Affinity had this that it hasn't since added. Because that's the process I'm going through at the moment, is as I'm trying to work on live projects and things that I would normally do in Adobe, so I can then find features that are missing that I would use and then figure out workarounds if they exist. It is possible, but you have to expand it, which is a kind of annoying. I think I'll be all right to do that because I'm pretty confident these stroke weights aren't going to change anymore. So what I would do is I would expand the appearance and expand again. So this is now a fill. Sometimes you get this weird double stroke thing. You should just be able to delete the middle. There you go. Then we can pull that into place. It should snap, but obviously, there we go. Yeah, so I'm pretty confident I'm not going to change the stroke weight, so that's fine. And if I had to recreate this box, it's no big deal. I'll just use one of the other ones.
Dan. Dan.
Hello?
What are we having for dinner?
That's a good question.
Want to know the options?
Go on then.
Okay. We have
In your own time.
glazed halloumi tacos and wedges. Or we have a North Indian spiced chicken stuffed cheesy naan.
I need to see pictures.
Oh.
Words are just you get it, but too many words and my brain shuts off. I've tried to explain this to Leo. Some people like the details and the granular detail. I'm the kind of person that you've probably got like 10 seconds to get the point across. So like just streamline it and simplify it. Or show me pictures.
I'll show you a picture.
Yeah.
So we have.
You got to get me to look. That's the problem though. I'm not looking.
We're with HelloFresh.
Because I'm doing this. So you've got to get my attention.
This isn't sponsored.
I can't see.
If HelloFresh wants to sponsor us, here you go. North Indian spiced chicken stuffed cheesy naan.
Oh no, I can't see the screen. No.
Okay. Crispy sesame chicken schnitzel burger.
All right. Give me the picture.
Okay. We have glazed halloumi tacos.
Change the camera.
Oh.
Crispy sesame schnitzel burger. Right. So that's one option there. Got some schnitzel. That's 79. We got tamarind glaze, halloumi tacos, and wedges.
Oh wait, I wrote something on that one.
Huh? What? What's happening? What? Why have you wrote Keir Starmer on the message?
if anyone has an Alexa, you've got to say, what is Keir Starmer carrot coffee bean 100 in Welsh? And it says something.
Alexa, what is Keir Starmer carrot coffee bean 100 in Welsh?
Keir Starmer carrots coffee bean 100 in Welsh is Keir Starmer moron fach coffee can.
Oh my
So I did
god!
write it down earlier.
You set off my Alexa!
Oh no!
Oh no! Please, did your Alexa just say that in Welsh, Paul? Please say yes. And we got some hosts and buns as well. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh,
Or the taco, halloumi tacos.
oh.
Or the
Someone said
Oh.
it could work.
No.
Yeah, lots of food. I think I heard the C word. What C word's that, Paul?
Which one are we doing?
I don't know. I got a thing to do.
What?
Just grab it the face and you just throw it.
I reckon we should do the naan one.
Absolutely. Wait, what? No.
Yeah.
What? The Indian spice one?
Easy naan.
Hang on, let me see the picture again.
Oh, Eli! Stupid boy.
No.
No, I'm not feeling it tonight. Bao buns.
I'll find it a cat
Bao
I
buns.
spending my money on.
Bao buns.
No, because we don't have any bell buns.
We'll go
They
and
didn't
get
send
some.
them.
We'll get some bao buns. Bao buns. Bao buns.
No! We've lost the bell bun one.
No, we haven't. I need to get out of the house soon anyway. I need.
You can get bell buns.
I'll get bao buns. Does Tesco do bao buns?
No, wait true.
Ooh, young Dan. Abdul, I like you. 10 points. Keir Starmer. Followed by a series of words. Demonetizable words. Keir Starmer is a rhymes with shunt.
No.
Oh dear. Funny. Right. Let's center all these. I'm centering them because I think one of them just looked weird left aligned here, and actually after going through all this, centrally alignment just works with all the numbers. It just makes sense here. Right. This has been a really productive day. So when this is finished, actually, this will be made available as a free PDF. So if you're already on my mailing list, you'll get this sent out, and hopefully it's helpful. I've got to go through the wording. I want to go and this is all GPT wording, so I'm going to go through it and just make sure that it fully explains the process as I would explain it. So all the waffle that I was waffling on about earlier, Care. I'll try and get that in there. But yeah. Let's try and squish you in a bit. You want to try and avoid having one word on its own. Usually this is called a widow. So you want to try and avoid that if you can. It can look a bit weird, just having one line wrapped on its own. Oh, what are you doing over there? Oh, goodness me, that is awful. We cannot have that. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Oh, that's not bad. I think that's a balance between organization and creativity. Yeah, that's turned out pretty well. Considering I didn't really know what I was going to do with this. That's actually turned out all right. Oh, yeah. I don't know, care. What did you do? Oh, dear. Funny. Right. I can't see anything else. I don't think anything else is standing out that's glaringly obvious. Some of these icons, I'm just moving these around, these little incidentals. Just to sort of space them out, fill space. It's not like every section needs an icon. Oh, yeah, this is cool. This is really cool. No, we didn't say Keir, we said Keir.
He's our Prime Minister.
Yeah. Keir is the Prime Minister and an absolute bellend. Right. There we go. Infographic done, done, done. Oh dear. Oh, careful now. That's probably hate speech in this country. Goodness me. That's grounds to get you arrested. Oh dear. Right. Okay, I think we're pretty much done. I don't know what else to do on this. I think it's looking pretty solid. Got some nice little icons. Space is filled, margins and everything's tight. Just the text. I'm just going to sit down and word the text. Is this helpful? Hopefully, if you're interested in logo design and you want to know the logo design process, if I get my head out of the way, sorry, you can't see number 11. Then this would be intended for you. So hopefully it's helpful. Oh no, Carrie, I think they are the generation of mouth washing with soap. I think the older generation are like we used to like use bad language back in the day, or so I've heard. You get your mouth washed out with soap. We don't really do that these days.
Someone in my primary school did that. Like one of the teachers
Yeah.
did that to one of the kids. She was terrible. She was so bad, and she literally got a bar of soap and put it in their mouth.
But here's my question, right? This is my question. Did the kid use the bad language again?
Yeah.
Ah, well, it didn't work then, did it? She should have got a bigger bar. Multiple bars.
No, if you heard the boys, that
Oh dear. Or is that maybe that's abuse? I don't know. Could speak from soap tastes horrible. Oh. I mean, I've eaten soap voluntarily. I think it was in the last couple of years. We had some of the, you get those little sweets, the love hearts, and it was a soap. We had the little love heart soap, and it just smelled really, really yummy. And I had to try a bit. It doesn't taste very nice though. Smells amazing. Tastes horrible. I don't recommend eating soap. That is the lesson from today.
Hamster food's quite yummy.
Don't eat soap.
Have you tried hamster food? Dan?
Yes.
Have you tried hamster
No, I don't think so.
It's yummy.
I think I've tried cat biscuits a long time ago, though. Shouting curse words from a roof wasn't allowed as a kid. Same for 6. 4 doesn't look centered. Let me check. Yeah, I think we're good. It might be because of the number 4. It optically is probably throwing something off center. I think all of these are centered. Yeah, I think they're good.
What monitor do you use?
A really big one. Brain. Do you know? I don't know. It's a BenQ something. I'm very fortunate, really, because I think for the last 7 years, all the monitors that I've used are ones that BenQ have sent me. So they've sent me monitors, and I've like made videos reviewing them or done sponsored videos featuring them. So I've been very fortunate that all my monitors have been paid for by BenQ. BenQ, if you're watching, hi, thank you. And they are amazing. They're like designer, color correct, massive.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the latest one is delicious. They designed it to sort of have the aesthetic qualities of a Mac, which I just love. So like the whole sort of space gray thing. I wish I could show you here. The base is like the same space gray finish. It's like flat, clean. What is it? It's a BenQ PD something or other. I can't remember. There's so many so many other ones. What is it? 32? Is it 30? I think it's 32 inch size wise. 4K, good color. Yeah, that's all I could tell you really. Actually, no, it's not. I made a video on it, for goodness sake. What am I talking about? Hang on a second.
Coriander's gross.
Coriander. Ooh. Let me find.
Thank you. Have a Black Friday sale.
Do they? I see.
Like,
I did a video. Yeah. Oh no, it's somewhere. It's a PD 32 something. I can't remember exactly what it is. I think they do bring out like new ones every year, or they iterate on them. But it's a PD 32 something, and the stand is like looks like a space gray Mac kind of finish. BenQ 27-inch 4K. Oh, so they do a gamer version, do they, Rob? I've not actually looked. I use the Asus ProArt 27. Oh, okay. I've only really sort of paid attention to the designer or videographer ones where they have kind of, color correct Rec 709 or like 100% Adobe RGB and all that sort of stuff. So it kind of covers the wider spectrums of color. Oh, sorry, Paul. No, you're right. Yeah. It's annoying, actually. Technically, it is centered. But that's just because of the shape of the number and the weird font. So I'm going to have to manually adjust some of these, I think. In fact, I think the sizing needs to change as well. Because these ones here are too big. They're just a pinch too big. So let's go and do that. I mean, I could have set these up as character styles, which would have probably saved time, but I think it's, it's just one of those things that sometimes I can't be asked. Sometimes when you're sort of creating and moving so many things around and so much is changing. I don't like setting up defined styles because I just want to freely create without having to like, oh, let's go and change the style and update it here. And yeah, they sit a little more comfortably. I think we'll stick with 16. Yeah, boy. Let's get you in there. We'll have to optically center some of these because Montserrat's just doing weird things. And actually, if it's turned out all right, I've been recording this entire process for the whole stream. If the screen recorder's still going, which apparently it is. So what I might be able to do is to actually make a video on this entire process, but make the video like 5 or 6 minutes long. So if you've just joined the stream now and you don't want to see the entire process for how we got here, I could try and edit this into like a snappy 6-minute video if that's something people would want. You know, how to design this type of infographic. I mean, crikey, if I can do one, and I've not done one in over a decade, then I'm sure most other people will be able to do one. But at least it'll give you an idea of the process in like a 5-6 minute video rather than having to watch a 3-hour stream and all the nonsense that we waffle on. Oh, Poppy, have you got the sea shanty there? The Keir Starmer sea shanty?
No.
Do you want to post it in the chat? Oh dear. I was playing this in the car the other day as loud as I possibly could. It's a brilliant song. I'm a child. I love it. Yeah,
a great song.
it is a really good song as well. Yeah, I know what you mean, Moosh. If this was going to be like a multi-page document, it makes sense to set. You get to a point where it's like, okay, it's beneficial for me to set the styles up rather than do it manually. Like it's the same for like a site design as well. You don't want to go and do the whole 10 pages of your site and then set your styles up. Just want to sing it. I got to put it on. I'm going to listen to it. It's just the beginning. Oh no, I've got an advert for fried chicken. Jeez. I've been hacked. They fully hacked me, haven't they?
What's it called?
It's not goat wings, no. Oh, I love this song so much. It was my mum that sent this to me, and I was like, "Yes, mum." Dan, lend me your ear. This is the tale of two-tier care. Oh. Dan's at the podium talking shite. Oh, so funny.
I think he is like the most hated prime minister we've ever had.
Starmer is a wanker. Oh, it's so good. What are you saying?
I think he is the most hated prime minister ever.
Oh, Good. That's an understatement. Good Lord. The amount of songs that have been made. It's just got such a catchy little beat to it.
Oh, Dan.
Hmm?
Mumsky wanted you to call her
Oh.
around 8:30.
Oh, God, it's so funny. Love it. We have had enough. Uh, we Brits are bloody funny sometimes. Oh dear, love it. What a good song. Oh, like. Right, I think that's it. Anyway, bringing it back to design, just for a second, I think we're pretty much done with this one. Did not expect to get this much stuff done. Just got to do the wording, and yeah, I think we're good. Do 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 do. Right. Any questions before we wrap up? Yeah, I'm starving as well. I need some water. In fact, I think I did make a drink earlier and I left it on the side. Ah. That is a good question. Font options box. I think I know what you mean. I don't really use it though. Font height options. Is it this one? No, this one. Font height reference. It's not. Oh no, I clicked the button. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not something that I really use much. I can't actually remember what this is. I've seen it before. I think it might determine. Let me change it. It might determine. No, I've got no idea. Set the font height reference. Let's throw it in ChatGPT. I can't remember. Oh, how do I get rid of it now? Now it's popped up. Ah! My brain is malfunctioning. How do I get rid? I just literally got it in. Oh, there we go. I'm just being a donut. There we go. Yeah, if I throw it in ChatGPT and ask it, it'll provide a more accurate description than my waffle. It's stuck in my head now. The font height options control how the text size is measured vertically, and this can affect alignment spacing and how consistent text appears across different fonts or systems. So it sounds like it depends how Illustrator handles and measures text. So it says, okay, in practice, for design work, logos, UI mockups, use cap height for a consistent vertical alignment. Paragraphs or web, use the M box or accent. print layouts, use cap height. Honestly, I've not noticed much of a difference for anything, but I think if you are going to do some like logo or print or UI stuff, then I think what it said was go by the cap height. So yeah, I don't know if that's helpful or not. But oh yeah, this has been fun. Right, I'm gonna go and sort some dinner out now. Thank you very much for stopping by. It's been an absolute joy as always. And yeah, we'll be doing an Affinity stream on Thursday, and that'll be the first stream on the new channel. So if you haven't joined the new channel, I will send a link to it. I will find it wherever it is. There we go. There's the link, and we'll give it a go and see if we can. I mean, I haven't streamed on a new channel in a long time, so you know, we'll try and avoid technical issues. It'll probably be around 3 p.m. UK time, BST. But yeah, should be fun. Anyway, if you want to catch up this stream later on, then it will be on this main channel now. So I'll just keep it on this channel. And yeah, have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you Thursday. Bye. Bye.